Hello, I'm Dara from the Sunday Blues on Mixcloud and blueatheart.com. It is my honor to be the MC and host of the BluesBash, the fundraiser for the League. We thank you for joining us, and it is a celebration of the League and also the finest blues musicians around. This is a new format, a new time, and a new date. We are virtual and we are streaming live around the globe. We hope you are enjoying the show. And while it is a free show, we do hope you will donate to the League by checking out their website at www.the-league.com. We also want to say thank you to Sweetwater for sponsoring the festival, and we have a great show ahead of us. Let's get the party started with Aaron Wilkinson from the Honey Island Swamp Band. He recorded this at his home studio in New Orleans that he affectionately calls the Shack Stage.
All right, hey everybody, my name's Aaron from the Honey Island Swamp Band down in New Orleans, Louisiana. We're going to kick it off with a song called Sugar for Sugar. Here we go. Here we go. tell me goodbye. So sweet, she rocked me so sweetly, just like a lullaby. Hey, she blows some smoke in my nose and keep dirty my eye. My baby sugar for sugar, she's soft for sound. If she ain't putting me on, so she's putting me out. Sugar for sugar, yeah, and sound for sound. Yeah. Sugar for sugar, yeah. Sugar for sugar, yeah. Sugar for sugar, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sugar for sugar, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here we go. China was a babe too hot to hold. Frankie was a slave for rock and roll. One looking at you, just what they had to do. But she said I'd be better off just to let it go. But she ain't for the lover that made down to her soul, in her soul. thank y'all so much for tuning in. We got time for one more song, but before we go, we want to say thank you to the League. Congratulations on 70 years of service, helping people of all sorts of disabilities make their way and have a better life. And we want to thank every one of you too for tuning in and supporting any way you can. You know, the League hasn't shut down or taken a break during all this craziness, and they won't, and we won't either. So on behalf of myself, Aaron, and the rest of the guys in the Honey Island Swamp Band here in New Orleans, we want to say thank you. Hang in there and let's keep on keeping on, people. All right, here we go. One last song. This one's called Josephine. Bust out the old acoustic on this one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Don't you take it so bad. You can't lose what you never had. How a girl becomes a woman, who could ever tell? Lord, I remember you so well. I had one hand on the wheel. We were rolling down the road. The way she put it to me, shivering up through me, let me know her love was real. Shine like Josephine, little Miss Creole Queen. I guess I was a blind man, now I plainly see that I'm the one for you, my girl, Josephine. Hey, now did you ever know a girl who grew up too fast? Did you try to figure out what you heard about, how to make it last? Boy, you know you got more than you asked for. Once you put her on the floor, I had one hand on the wheel. We were rolling down that road. The way she put it to me, shivering up through me, let me know her love was real. Shine like my Josephine, little Miss Creole Queen. I guess I was a blind man, now I plainly see I'm the one for you, my girl, Josephine.
Thank you so much, Erin, for that wonderful performance. If you'd like to find out more about Erin Wilkinson and the Honey Island Swamp Band, you can go to www.honeyilandswampband.com, pick up their merchandise and CDs. Coming up next at the 10th Annual Blues Bash here on Facebook and also at Can't Stop the Blues, we have the Todd Harrold Collective. Todd and the band recorded their show today at Todd's teaching and rehearsal studio, and that is in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We have Atticus Sorrell on guitar, also Chandler Cash Dollar on bass, and Todd Harrold on the drums and vocals. Altogether, they are known as the Todd Harrold Collective.
That's awesome. Sweet.
Hi there, we're the Todd Harrold Collective. This is Atticus Sorrell on the guitar, Chandler Cash Dollar on the bass, and I'm Todd Harrold singing and playing drums. And we're going to play some music for you for a little while. This is a song by Curtis Mayfield. This next song is a song that I wrote before either of these gentlemen were born. This is called Drowning Man. 1, 2.
Sleeps like a big dead shark at the foot of the dawn. It covers up the space where my shadow was to remain long after I'm gone. For this your pain, waiting behind just to give me the door to my words sink away. Now I ain't nothing more than the man before. Now I want for this to be over. Pull myself up with my impossible hand. Bring me my water. What's a fully drowning man? Bring me my water. What's a fully drowning man? Well, it's a full night, and the clouds turn away, all but one dark star. And if I believe in God, I might believe sometimes He doesn't know where we are, because I've been lost. And I suppose I deserve what I ask in prayer. But don't talk about your love, no, till you call out in the night and there ain't nobody there. I want for this to be over. Pull myself up with my impossible hand.
We'll do one more for you. This is an old Terence Trent D'Arby tune that we sort of rearranged. This is called Wishing Well. Once again, this is, we're the Todd Harrold Collective. I'm Todd Harrold, singing and playing drums. This is Atticus Sorrell on the guitar, Chandler Cashdollar on the bass. Thanks so much for including us. This is Wishing Well.
kissing like a bandit, stealing time underneath the sycamore tree. Cupid by the hour, she was traveling time for my sweet lover and me. Slowly, surely, your appetite's a little more than I knew. Sweetly, softly, I might be falling in love with you. Wish me love, oh, wishing well, kissing well, wishing well, a butterfly too. Wishing love, oh, wishing well, kissing well, wishing well, a butterfly too. Hugging like a monkey see, monkey do, right beside a river boat. Now you're right, images flow through my head. Wanna be your midnight rambler, quietly, slowly, your blood rushing right through my veins, my baby. Loudly, I really wanna just hear those sugar bells ring. Wishing love, oh, wishing well, wishing well, oh, wishing well, a butterfly. Wishing love, oh, wishing well, wishing well, oh, wishing well, a butterfly. your band and stealing time underneath the sycamore tree. Just like an happy Valentine for my sweet lover and me. Wish me love, oh, wishing well, wishing well, oh, wishing well, the crocodile. Wish me love, oh, wishing well, wishing well, oh, wishing well, the crocodile.
We're the Todd Harrold Collective. Thank you to the League for inviting us. Attica Sorrell on the guitar. Chandler Cash Dollar on the bass. I'm Todd Harrold. Thanks very much. Hope you had a good time. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Todd Harrold Collective. What a great performance. If you'd like to follow Todd Harrold Collective, you can find them at toddharoldmusic.com. We encourage you to pick up the music and merchandise from the bands playing today. Also, just a reminder from your donations, 30% today will go to help out the musicians who are giving their time for this wonderful event. 70% will go straight to the charity, The League. You can donate once again at www.the-league.com. Next up, we have a few words from the League's president and CEO, John Gingrich, and also some words from Dr. Jonathan Walker.
I would love to hear more about the League, and so we can share it with all of the people that are going to be watching from home for the first virtual festival for the League.
Yeah, so actually a couple things. So we are celebrating our 70th anniversary as the League in Northeast Indiana. You know, we serve people with disabilities, and our entire goal is to help people with disabilities maintain their independence. So we provide and promote opportunities for them to reach their maximum potential, whatever that is for each one of them. We serve anybody with any significant disability. Every year that accounts to about, roughly 2,000 people. Actually, a little over 2,000 people. Between direct services we provide, like case management type services and information and referral and interpreting services. It's a fantastic organization. We're about 40 people strong when it comes to staff. This is the 10th anniversary of our BluesBash. So it's kind of cool that, we celebrate our 70th anniversary as an organization, our 10th anniversary as the BluesBash. And even in this time of a pandemic, we figured out a way to make it, an international event. So it is incredibly exciting for us to pivot and make this happen.
Definitely. I know everybody's had to be creative this year with all of their projects, and especially fundraising this year is definitely different. We're used to having big gatherings with people all over the place. And even though things have changed, I'm glad to see that the people are able to adjust and sometimes even broaden their audience. So more people will find out about this instead of people that could actually attend in person. How many would you say you used to have at the event?
So typically in person, we would get about, it was roughly, 500 to 525 folks that would fit into the concert venue that we would do. As we go virtual, we're hoping for far more than that. From what I'm hearing from talking with folks, we're looking at not only worldwide entertainment, but also worldwide outreach to an audience. So we're excited. Yeah.
Very cool. I'm excited too. The lineup is fantastic. You have a great lineup.
It really is. Yeah.
And more about the league. I know the league, you said you're 70 years you're celebrating of the charity.
Actually, what's kind of cool is a part of our story is in 1949, Helen Keller came to Fort Wayne, Indiana to raise money to serve, so the community could serve the blind. And that's how we started. That was the impetus of the league starting. And then in the early 90s, we shifted from just serving people who are blind to serving anybody with any significant disability. So we've continued to grow from there. During this time of a pandemic, our services are deemed essential. So while we send our case coordinators home, we have folks that go into people's homes every day to help them maintain their independence, help them get dressed, help them bathe, do whatever needs to be done around their house. And so that's almost 100 visits a week. And on top of that, we have sign language interpreters that are essential communication services for people who are deaf. So they were on the front lines. While we saw a decline in the revenue from sign language interpreting, they were still in hospitals nearly every day, providing that critical communication between people who are deaf, who are sick, and the healthcare responders that were there.
Well, that's fantastic that you can keep everything going even during these times when it's so difficult to be around other people and with other people. But there are definitely people that need the services, and it's great that you're able to continue the services to keep people independent. So hats off to you guys for doing such a great job. And let's talk more about so it's your 10-year anniversary of the Bash. How did the Bash start? What was the idea to start a Blues Bash to help raise funds for your charity?
So actually, I know one of the video clips that we're going to show tonight is Dr. Walker. Dr. Walker is an ophthalmologist, a retired ophthalmologist actually now, from the Fort Wayne area. And it was 10 years ago, he came to us actually as one of our supporters. And he's a blues guy. As much as he's an ophthalmologist, on the side, his hobby is playing the bass for blues. And so he came to our CEO at the time, David Nelson, and said, "Hey, I've got this idea for an event." And he goes, and it's kind of self-serving because I want to play. So he funded our first event to bring the Blues Bash together, and has been he was a supporter before then. He's been a great supporter since then, and you'll see that the clip of him tonight, talking about the league and talking about the Blues Bash, but it's all because of him. That's how we started this event. It's awesome.
Very great. And so in the last 10 years, you've had a lot of different artists perform for you, of course. And this today, I think there's 10 bands, I believe we have.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So the main act is Toronzo Cannon. Toronzo's been with us. This is his third time with us. He was here 4 years ago or 2 or 3 years ago. Did a phenomenal job. Really interacted with the audience. So we brought him back for a second year. And then last year we had Nellie Tiger Travis. She is just amazing as well. And I know she's up in the lineup tonight. So they both come back, which is just phenomenal. The fact that they were both willing to come back to a virtual event is just amazing for us.
Yes. And I'm excited to see how people will respond to this, because I know this year the Blues Music Awards went virtual for the first time ever, and it was a big success. I thought they did a great job, and I'm sure that everybody's going to be very appreciative. And so if people want to donate, they can just click on the link, and obviously you can give them some information so they can donate. And we're hoping that everybody appreciates this online festival and can help out, because it is really about helping out the league and helping others.
Actually, and the thing I also want to highlight, so as our 70th anniversary, as we were discussing how to do this event, we have a lot of sponsors. Sweetwater Sound, which is an international, provider for the music industry, actually kicked in some additional funds. They're an organizational sponsor of ours on an annual basis, but they actually kicked in some additional funds to help us pay the additional artists that we're bringing on board tonight. In addition to that, through that donation link, we've agreed that, and we've decided that for our 70th anniversary, 70% of those donations will go directly to the league. The other 30% we're going to split evenly amongst all the artists that you see tonight. So we know these artists are struggling. It's a tough time for everyone, and particularly for performing arts. So if we can help musicians while we're also helping the folks that we serve, all the better.
That's fantastic. It really is. And yes, the entertainment industry has been hitting hard. Everyone's struggling on their own different rights, but definitely the entertainment business has been hit hard. And we're used to seeing these bands out all over the place, all over the country, and now they're confined to their living rooms. So we're thankful that they can share some shows from their living rooms, but definitely whatever you can donate, we appreciate it, of course, because helping out your charity, the league, and helping others that need to live independently, but also helping these fine musicians who are always the first people to jump on board for any kind of fundraiser or charity. So we salute them as well.
Absolutely.
And is there anything you want to share with everybody? More information they should know before we get to the music?
Check out our website. It is the-league.org. We are here to serve Northeast Indiana. We'll answer any disability question from around the world. Our information referral program stretches that far. And we just appreciate you checking us out tonight, listening to some great music, and hopefully you can contribute a little bit to help our services keep going and to help the musicians that are performing.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much. We appreciate having you today. And it's time for some music.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
All right.
My name's John Walker. I'm a retired retina specialist from here in Fort Wayne. And first of all, I just want to thank everyone, musicians and patrons, for supporting the League for this, the 10th Blues Bash and the 70th year of the League. Now, I'm going to start by doing one of my favorite things, which is talking about myself, because Angelina asked me to explain a bit about the first Blues Bash and how this all got started. It turns out that I'm a really bad bass player, but I was taking lessons with some excellent local musicians, Tom Costanzo and Doug Laughlin. And I realized that I could hide behind their talents and not mess everything up. Now, it turns out that Tom had worked with Bill Lupkin, an amazing blues harmonica player from right here in Fort Wayne, and we decided to do a charity concert for the League. Now, those of you that know Dave Nelson know that he's nuts about music, so we presented the idea to him, and the rest is history. But enough about me. I think it's really important to understand that the League provides an invaluable service to the community by helping those who are differently able. In my practice, I treated diseases that cause permanent blindness. And although we have better treatments now than we used to, sometimes we can't control the disease and people end up losing vision or going blind. And it's amazing how the League can step in and help people in that situation. My patients and I were really supported by the League's programs, including low vision assistance, mobility training, and any number of things that just aren't otherwise available here in Fort Wayne. So when you support the League, whether with your musical skills or with your time and donations, you're directly helping to improve the lives of a huge number of people whose lives would be far more difficult, if not impossible, if the League wasn't here. As a matter of fact, if you're experiencing your own personal blues in any way, whether from the craziness of the virus or things going on in your life or society, know that by helping the League, you should allow yourself to feel really good about what you are doing. You are making a real difference in people's lives. So sit back and enjoy the evening, and thanks again to everyone for pitching in and helping out with the 10th annual Blues Bash.
Next up on our virtual stage, please welcome Gary Hoey. Gary recorded this solo acoustic performance at his home studio in Pelham, New Hampshire.
Hey everybody, it's Gary Hoey, and I'm so excited to be here today to play for everybody for the 10th annual Blues Bash virtually. And I'm coming to you from my home studio in New Hampshire, and I'm so excited to be here to support the league, man, because they are a great group of people. 70 years they've been helping a lot of folks, and it's time today that we support and keep everybody going, because I think they do an amazing job. So here we go. We're going to get things going. I'm going to start off with something by Little Richard, God rest his soul. You guys ready? Here we go. Sally, she's built for speed. She got everything that Uncle John needs, baby. Oh, baby. Baby, gonna have some fun tonight. I saw Uncle John who bought Helen Sally. He saw Mary coming and he jumped back in the alley. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Gary Hoey. So happy to be here, everybody, to play for you for the league. And I got to tell you, I'm so impressed with what they do. And I love it, man. I just want to say their website is the-league.org. I can't believe 70 years they've been doing such amazing things to help people, empower people that have disabilities to find ways to get out there and do what they need to do. I think it's just incredible. So happy to be here. Also, Fort Wayne, Indiana, near and dear to my heart. I used to go to see Doc on the radio at the rock station 104 back in the day. I just remember going to play Fort Wayne so many times. And of course, my friends at Sweetwater, you know, they do an incredible job. One of the biggest music stores in the world happens to be in Fort Wayne. And I know they're a sponsor, so thank you so much for all the help. I want to do a song for you now. This is about love. Sometimes when things get tough, you know, you just want to give up. But I've learned that if you hang in there, sometimes the best love is yet to come. This one's called Fades Away. You don't miss me when I'm gone. How did you notice that you changed your hair? You don't look at me when we make love. I try to act like I just don't care. All the little things used to make us laugh have turned to gray like a faded photograph. How do we find a love that lasts till the end of time? When love fades away, I want you to know I'm not going away. When love fades away, I want you to know I'm not going away. When love fades away. Infatuation is gone. Love ain't green on the other side. Let's find the love that makes us strong. I came back here to spoil my pride. All the little things that used to make us cry have turned to stone, left us here to die. How do we find a love that lasts till the end of time? When love fades away, I want you to know I'm not going away. When I hope everybody's having a great time today at the 10th Annual Blues Festival. And I'm Gary Hoey, so happy to be here to play for everybody and to support the league because they do incredible things to empower people and to give them a chance to see their potential. And I think that's just an amazing thing. So I'm proud to be here. And I want to play a song right now that definitely lifts me up. And this is a song that's going to lift everybody up. This one is called Hold Your Head Up High. Here we go. This is off the album called Dust and Bones, or Deja Blues, one of those albums. Yeah. You got to give more than you take. You got to learn from your mistakes. Some people walk through life living out their hand. I got a message loud and clear. There's nothing they've been learning here. Some people never say your wish is my command. All you've been through just makes you a little stronger. Look at what you've been through. You can't take it any longer. Hold your head up high. Don't let them bring you down. Just hold your head up high. Yeah. You got to make a better day. You got to find another way. Some people walk through life and miss the sweetest things. And all your life you fight for what you need. And I hear there ain't no guarantee. Stop your crying, stand up now. See what the future brings. And all you've been through just makes you a little stronger. Yeah, yeah. Look at what you've been through, baby. I can't take it any longer. Hold your head up high. Don't let them bring you down. Just hold your head up high. Don't let them bring you down. You got to hold your head up high. Don't let them bring you down. Just hold your head up high. Yeah, yeah. And all you've been through just makes you a little stronger. Yeah, yeah. Look at what you've been through, baby. You can't take it any longer. Hold your head up high. Don't let them bring you down. Just hold your head up high. Don't let them bring you down. Just hold your head up high. Don't let them bring you down. Just hold your head up high. Now, now. Yeah. Oh yeah, now hold your head up high. Yeah. All right, everyone. Gary Hoey, thank you so much for hanging out today and enjoying the amazing music that's been happening. I'm just so happy to be a small part of it. And I want to thank everyone for all the support and any donations that you can make. It's greatly appreciated. We're not paying for babysitters. We're not paying for gas. And hopefully we're having a drink at home. And this is the 10th annual, so it's been an honor. And again, support the league, man. It's the-league.org. Go to the website. You can find out everything about them, and they're doing incredible things. Thank you, Sweetwater, for the support. Thank you, Fort Wayne, Indiana. And thanks to everybody else. God bless. Gary Hoey, thank you.
Thank you, Gary, for the amazing performance. If you'd like to find out more about Gary, it's garyhoy.com. You can sign up for his newsletter and receive a free download. And the latest release is called Neon Highway Blues. We've got more music on the way, and we thank you for joining us for the 10th annual Blues Bash for the League. From the Mississippi Delta to packed houses in Europe to international television shows such as The Jimmy Fallon Show, Nellie Tiger Travis always brings it. Are you ready?
Hi, I am Nellie Tiger Travis, and tonight I am your listening pledge. Come on, put your hands together, all my blues lovers. Hey! Y'all ready? Hey, check it out. You remind me of a hurricane, but you treat me like a candle in the rain. Give you money, I give you my time, but I know you'll never be mine. I've tried all the tricks still, oil and water don't mix. I just remember, I don't know your name. Is it Billy the Kid or Jesse James? You'll find you treat me oh so mean. Oh yes, I've tried all the tricks still, oil and water don't mix. Woo! Oil and water, oil and water, oil and water don't mix. Oil and water, oil and water, oil and water don't mix. Come on, y'all partying with me, huh? Ooh, yeah. Mama, baby. That's the blues, y'all. If I was a bottle of glue, still I wouldn't stick to you. Maybe you think I'm a brick wall, 'cause you never, 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 ever call. I've tried all the tricks still, oil and water don't mix. You remind me of a hurricane, but you treat me like a candle in the rain. I give you money, I give you my time, but I know you'll never be mine. I've tried all the tricks still, oil and water don't mix. Oil and water, oil and water, oil and water don't mix. Oil and water, oil and water, oil and water don't mix, no. I give you all of my time still, oil and water don't mix. You may never be mine, no. Oil and water don't mix. Oil and water, hey, oil and water, oil and water don't mix. Oil and water, oil and water, oil and water don't mix. No, 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 no. Oh, we got some more, y'all. Oil and water, oil and water, oil and water don't mix. I give you all my time, still, oil and water don't mix, no. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. One of my originals, and as you heard it, it is called Oil and Water Don't Mix, written by Mr. Fernando Jones. Thank you. This next song I had the pledge of writing along with Mr. Mike Willer, introducing you to the blues, those of you that if this is your first time hearing the blues. This song is called I Got It Like That. You'll see why I said it. Woo! My friends used to ask me how I kept my man so long, And you never hear about him cheating, getting caught in the wrong. I don't usually tell my secrets. I know you girls can understand. There's just one way to explain how I held on to my man. It's 'cause I've got it, y'all. Hey, I got it like that. Oh yeah, baby. You know I treat my man so good, he wouldn't leave me if he could. I got it like that. You know he goes to work every morning, come home early every night. He's running home to see me, 'cause he knows I treat him right. I never have to beg him to buy me nice things. He always overwhelms me with the presents that he brings. It's 'cause I've got it, y'all. I got it like that. Whoa, yeah. You know I treat my man so good, he wouldn't leave me if he could. I got it like that. Oh, yeah. Ooh, make you wanna dance. Come on, y'all. You know how you get that blues rock? Yeah. That's when you know you got it. I got it, babe. Yeah, baby. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, baby. I'm not trying to sound conceited, 'cause you can be the same way too. Just be good to your man and make your man be good to you. You won't have to run behind him trying to find out where he goes. Tell him like I told my man, he's not the only one who knows. Is that I got it, y'all. Y'all don't hear me. I got it like that. Woo, yeah. You know I treat my man so good, he wouldn't leave me if he could. I got it like that. Oh, you know I got it, baby. But you know I got it like that. Oh yeah, baby. I don't want you girls to be jealous, baby. Oh no, no. Oh, 'cause you can get it too. I know you can. I got it, babe. I got it, babe. I just can't help myself, no. No, no, no. I got it, babe. I got it, baby. And that's right. Yes, I've got it just like that. Are we having a good time so far? All of my blues lovers out there. We're going to keep it moving because I want to blues you and not lose you. Hey! Come on, y'all, get on the dance floor with me, huh? Oh, I see you shaking it up there. All you women out there that think I want your man, well, let me tell you, I can have him if I want. But I don't need your man because I have one of my own. I'm never left alone. He's always there when I need him, just to show his love for me. He's even there when I want him, 'cause he's in love with me. Yeah. 'Cause I'm one man's woman. I'm one man's woman. I'm one man's woman. I'm one man's woman. I'm one man's woman, 'cause he's in love with me. Woo! I got the blues. Anybody know how to hit the ball? Yeah, baby. That's what the blues do to you. He take me to places I've never been before. He makes sure I'm wearing very nice clothes. When we pull up in a limo, he makes sure he opens my door. I'll cook and I'll clean, I'll wash his clothes, I'll even take tissue and I'll wash his dirty nose. I'm one man's woman. I'm one man's woman. I'm one man's woman, 'cause he's in love with me. I'm one man's woman. I'm one man's woman. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm one man's woman. I'm one man's woman. You know he's so good to me. Yeah. Get it, get it, get it. Ooh, baby, get your work out. Mr. Mike Will on guitar. Come on, blues rock. I'm a one-man woman. I'm a one-man woman. Yeah. Thank you. I'd like to do this next song. This song is dedicated to the Queen of the Blues, Miss Coco Taylor. May she forever rest in peace. Coco, will forever be the queen of the blues. Oh, yes, you will. Coco, it would take a lifetime to feel her shoes. It will take a lifetime to feel her shoes. Yes, it will. She was my mentor, my mom and my friend. I cherished every moment that I shared with her. She told me a lot about the blues world. She said, Nellie, don't you know you're my girl? Now out here on this blues scene, now I finally see what she means. Coco will forever be the queen of the blues. Oh, we miss you so. Coco, it would take a lifetime to feel her shoes. It would take a lifetime to feel her shoes. You know it will. As as I continue my blues journey, I can truly say I learned a lot from her. Because of her, I know right now what to do. But you see, sometimes I'll turn on the radio just to hear her sing. We're gonna pitch a wang dang do the Lord now, and we love that song, Coco will forever be the queen of the blues. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Coco, it would take a lifetime to feel her shoes. Oh, yes. I want to share with the world that she was my girl. She will always be my queen. We love you, Coco Taylor. May you forever rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nellie, for a great performance. From Nellie's living room, Nellie Tiger Travis. For more information on Nellie, go to nellietigertravis.com, pick up her music, see all the great things she's got going on. Thank you so much, Nellie Tiger Travis. So coming up, we've got Albert Castiglia for the 10th annual Blues Bash for the League. And it is the first ever virtual, and we are very thankful you are a part of it, and we are looking forward to seeing your living room.
It's an honor. Thank you. Hi, I'm Albert Castiglia, and it's a pleasure to be performing for y'all and the League. And let's do this. This is a song called Let the Big Dog Eat. All the people on the city streets, they say, woo, look out, let the big dog eat. Let the big dog eat. Call a doctor, call a nurse. Don't know what it is, but I know it hurts. Call an ambulance, call a cop. Call the number for the man of God. Let the big dog eat. Let the big dog eat. Don't know what it is, but I know it hurts. Call an ambulance, call a cop. Call the number for the man of God. Let the big dog eat. Let the big dog let the big dog eat. Let the big dog eat. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is next song is written by my friend Mr. Graham Wood Drought from the Iko Iko Blues Band in Miami, Florida. He wrote this song about prison gangs, chain gangs of the early 20th century. And it was inspired by that. Oh, look who's here. It's my little friend. What's up, Bella? Not feeling it? All right. This is a song called Big Toe. Working all day in the sun. Big boss man got a big shotgun. Take my shovel, cut off my big toe. If I can't walk, I won't have to work no more. Watching every little move I make, counting every little rock I break. Oh baby, think I'm gonna take it slow. If I can't walk, I won't have to work no more. Scars on my ankles from where the chains been hanging down. Tired of dragging these chains all across the ground. Take my shovel, cut off my big toe. If I can't walk, I won't have to work no more. Got a feeling I'll be back again. Take my shovel, cut off my big toe. If I can't walk, I won't have to. If I can't walk, I won't have to. If I can't walk, I won't have to work no more. Thank you very much. I'm going to do a little Johnny Winter song. It's on my Masterpiece record. It's also on my latest CD, Wild and Free, which is a live album. And this is a song called Too Much Second On. It goes like this. 3. Woke up this morning, couldn't hardly keep from crying. Had my smile on, couldn't hardly keep from crying. Got me to thinking about an old friend of mine. It used to be so beautiful, but you know that ain't gonna last. It used to be so beautiful, but you know that ain't gonna last. Can't keep doing what you're doing. You live your life too fast. Hey baby, you know you ain't no good at all. Hey baby, you know you ain't no good at all. You're drinking too much whiskey. You're taking too much second on. Hey baby, you know you ain't no good at all. Hey baby, you know you ain't no good at all. You're drinking too much whiskey. You're taking too much second on. Thank you very much. I think I got time for one more. And I'm going to get the old dobro out for this one. Hope this thing is in tune. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if we got. Oh yeah, it needs to go up a little bit. Do a song about paying dues and being on the road, which we're not doing much these days. I want to thank the league for having me and creating a virtual venue for me to perform for y'all. And we're going to close out with this song called Get Your Ass in the Van. Ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks so much, Albert, for the great performance. We loved seeing your living room, and of course, Ella. Very nice. And you were pretty good too.
Thank you. Thanks.
Congratulations on the Blues Music Award. If you would like to pick up any of Albert's merchandise or music, you can check out albertcastiglia.net. Brand new t-shirts, brand new CD. Well, not brand new, but pretty new.
6 months old.
6 months old.
It was released a week after we went on lockdown. So it hasn't been up that long.
It is ironic. Wild and Free came down right after lockdown.
Quite ironic.
We can still feel wild and free. Get that CD. It's recorded live at the Funky Biscuit in Boca Raton, and also Masterpiece, the Blues Music Award winner from Albert Castiglia, and that is on Gulf Coast Records. You can find all of that at albertcastiglia.net. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Heather Huron, Vice President of Corporate Communications, Sweetwater Sound Incorporated.
Hi, everyone. I'm Heather Heron, the Vice President of Corporate Communications at Sweetwater, and we are so honored and pleased once again to be able to support the League and the Blues Bash. It really is our privilege. We're disappointed, of course, that we couldn't all be together in person, but we're pleased to be part of the virtual event so that we can still offer our support. We believe in the League's mission. We believe in helping people with disabilities achieve their greatest potential. We're so pleased tonight that 30% of all of the donations collected tonight will be given back to the musicians who are performing. At Sweetwater, music is in our DNA. It's who we are, it's what we do. And we know that so many people are struggling right now. So we are excited that you're joining us and helping give back to that community. Once again, thank you so much for your support of the League and the Blues Bash, and we're so glad that you could join us in celebrating all that music has to offer.
Thank you to Sweetwater for helping sponsor the event. www.sweetwater.com. Support those who support the blues. Our next performer has been making music since she was 12 years old. She's a talented singer and songwriter, plays multiple instruments, and is ready to rock you. This is Erin Coburn.
Hi, my name is Erin Coburn, and I will be performing for the League. The League empowers and helps people with disabilities. So please donate while you watch this, or after you watch this, or before. It helps a lot. And also 30% of the donations go to the musicians that perform. Roundabout, my heart's spinning around about. Not really sure what that's about. My love is going in and out. Take me back, hey, my soul's on display. Said all I can say. My love is a one-way. Baby, love is a revolving door. Moving so fast, hungry for hearts, specifically yours. This cool cycle can end. Put my heart to a halt, but first you must jump in. In my roundabout, my heart's spinning around about. Not really sure what that's about. My love is going in and out. I could. Records at the club. Yeah, in my roundabout. My heart's spinning around about. Not really sure what that's about. My love is going in and out. Take me back. Hey, my soul's on display. Said all I can say. My love is a one-way. Once you're in, trust me, you'll enjoy your time. Eat the apple so you can stay and be mine. In my roundabout, my heart's spinning around the bow. Not really sure what that's about. My love is going in and out. Take me back, hey, my soul's on display. Said all I can say. My love is a one-way. That's my original song called Roundabout. It's off my third album. All right, I'm gonna do one off my first album. This one's called Let the Warriors Fly. I love this one. This one especially with full band is really fun. Oh, release me now. Don't want me to break out. Oh, release me now. Don't make me shout. Oh, don't put me under pressure. My mind must be free. Oh, don't put me under pressure. Release me. Let the warriors fly. Yeah. Oh, let the warriors fly now. And they fly away. Let the warriors fly. And they fly, whoa, whoa. Let the warriors fly now. And they fly away. We all have these moments, time and space. Can't you know it? Just look at your face. Oh, can't you see when to let go? Oh, can't you set out and say no? Oh, can't you see when to let go? Oh, can't you set out and say no? Yeah, I to know the time and day. Oh, when to go and when to say hey. I to know the time and day. Oh, when to go and when to say hey. When to stay away. When to stay away. Let the warriors fly. Yeah. Oh, let the warriors fly now. And they fly away. Let our worries fly. All right. I think these headphones keep sliding back on my head. I move around too much. All right. This next one is super bluesy. It's called I've Got a Problem With You, but I have a problem with none of y'all, and I know you guys have big hearts, so again. Oh, I got a problem with you. Oh, I got a problem with the things you do. Telling all your lies and all your crooked alibis. Because of you, I'm so blue. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, then what do I have to lose? Oh, I've got a problem with you. I think you know it too. Yeah, I've got a problem with you. You are one in mind to lose. Take yourself and your blues and move. All these pretty women looking at you. You may think I'm one, but honey, you're screwed. Oh, walk away. I don't need you. I got my blues, and baby, they're better than you. All right now. Oh, I've got a problem with you. And what the things you do. Yeah, you got a mother truck and a papa too. If it's not me, I know it's you. The next guy will be different. The next guy will be new. The next guy won't be sad. Sorry, you. All right. I've got one more for y'all. The last 3 songs I just did were all originals, and this one is going to be a cover. So usually when I do covers, I like to mix it up and not do them like the original. So here's that. This is Tell Me Something Good with a little something extra thrown in the middle. You ain't got no kind of feeling inside. I got something that's gonna sure enough set your stuff on fire. You refuse to put anything before your pride, but I got something that's gonna knock all your pride aside. Tell me something good. Tell me that you like it, yeah. Tell me something good, baby. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Got no time is what you're known to say. I'll make you wish there was 48 hours to each day. The problem is you ain't been loved like you should. But I'm sure enough do you good. Tell me something good. Woo! Tell me that you like it, yeah. Tell me something good, baby. Tell me that you love me. Say my name, say my name. No one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. If you ain't running, say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't got let me, baby. Why the sudden? Say my name. When no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. If you ain't running games. Say my name, my name, my name. Any other day, I would call, you would say, baby, how's your day? But today. You're the same, every other word is a hi, you okay? Could it be that you were at the crib with me lady? If you took it there, first of all, let me say, I am not the one to sit around and be claimed. So prove yourself to me, I'm the one that you know. Why don't you say the things you said to me yesterday? No, you said that I'm assuming things. Something's going around, that's the way it seems. Shouldn't be the reason why your actions change. Well, no one's holding you back from me, 'cause I know how you usually do when you say everything to me times two. Why can't you just tell the truth? If somebody's there, then tell me who. Say my name when no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running. Say my name, you're acting kinda shady. Ain't gonna let me, baby, while they're sudden. Say my name, no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running. Yes. Oh, say my name, say my name. Oh, baby, say my name. Ooh. Say my name, baby. Say my name, my name, and tell me something good. My name is Erin Coburn. Thank you again. Please donate to the league and yes, spread the love. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Peace out and rock on.
Thank you so much, Erin, for that wonderful performance from your home studio. Erin has a brand new single out, The Misfit, also a video to accompany it. She did editing and acting and directing and a lot of work on that video, so we do hope you'll check it out. It's erincoburn.com. Our next performers are coming to us all the way from Israel. They recorded their performance in a small forest near the city of Bet Shemesh. Only the guitar was amplified and the rest is all done naturally. This is the Gat Brothers here at the 10th Annual Blues Bash.
must a man walk down before you can call him a man? And how many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? And how many times must the cannonballs fly before the forever band? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it goes to the sea? from across the rain. A smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did it get you to try? Your heroes for ghosts, all ashes for trees, all that for a cool breeze, cold comfort from jail. Did you exchange a walk on path in the wall, reed road in the cave? I wish you were here. We just threw our souls in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. What have you found? The same old fear. Wish you were here. A one, a two, a one, two. Together shiver in the night, it's raining in the night. Sound of the rivers, the bell, everything. The band is blowing Dixie. dragging nowhere, spending someone hard and paid. You and me Sunday driving, northern driving, on our way back home. We run away home, we run away home, we going home. Two of us sending postcards, writing letters, oh my word. You and me burning matches, lifting latches, on our way back home. We run away home, we run away home, we going home. You and I have memories longer than the road that stretches down ahead. Two of us wearing raincoats, standing solo in the sun. You and me chasing paper, getting nowhere, on our way back home. We run away home, we run away home, we going home. You and I have memories longer than the road that stretches down ahead. Two of us wearing raincoats, standing solo in the sun. You and me chasing paper, getting nowhere, on our way back home. We run away home, we run away home, we going home.
What a memorable performance by the Gat Brothers, coming all the way from Israel. You can find the Gat Brothers on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Born and raised in Galveston, Texas, our next performer, Hamilton Loomis, was raised by musician parents who listened to rock, soul, and blues. It obviously wore off. Hamilton Loomis performs for us today from his house in Katy, Texas. He's using multiple instruments, loops, and solo acoustic.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Ham's Corner. I'm Hamilton Loomis, and I'm here at my home in Katy, Texas. That's just the westernmost part of Houston, and I'm really excited to be doing this mini set for y'all as part of the Blues Bash, the annual Blues Bash. And I want to say a big thank you to the League and for all the great work that they do in helping disabled people. And also, I want to thank our sponsors, my good friends over at Sweetwater, right there in Fort Wayne. So thank y'all for making this happen. And I'm just going to dive right in. I'm going to be playing a few different instruments and looping some stuff together. I've got my harmonica vacuum cleaner thing here that I'm going to play for y'all in a few minutes. I'm going to start out with a song I wrote and recorded on my Basics CD. It's called Sugar Baby. It's got a couple parts, so I'm going to record those real quick. I'll put some drums on there. All right. So as soon as this comes back around, I'm going to record the second part. It goes like this. And that's it. So now I put this down and grab my guitar. You're such a sweet thing. I'm calling out your name. You're right on time. You're mine on mine. I said, I got the desire to take you higher. You got the stuff, I just can't get enough. I said, oh yeah, I said, let me be your sugar, sugar baby. I wanna give you that sugar sweet. Let me be your sugar, sugar baby. Save a little sugar for me. Oh, look at here. I need an injection of your sweet affection. No surprise, love on the rise. I said, without your sweetness, I'm a complete mess. You got the stuff, I just can't get enough. I said, let me be your sugar, sugar baby. I wanna give you that sugar sweet. Let me be your sugar, sugar baby. Save a little sugar for me. Break it down. A little sugar loving, pure sugar cane. Be my little sugar, I'll be your sugar man. Let me be your sugar, sugar baby. I wanna give you that. Let me be your sugar, sugar baby. Save a little sugar for me. I got the sugar right here. Break it down. A little sugar loving, pure sugar cane. Be my little sugar, I'll be your sugar man. Let me be your sugar, sugar baby. I wanna give you that. Let me be your sugar, sugar baby. Save a little sugar for me. I said, I wanna be
your sugar, sugar baby. I wanna give you that. Let me be your sugar, sugar baby. Save a little sugar for me. Woo! Said I wanna be your sugar, sugar baby. I love you. I gotta have the sugar now. I wanna be your sugar, sugar baby. Thank you very much. That's called Sugar Baby. And this over here. I'm going to record another one that I recorded on that Basics CD. And goes like this. Okay, so the beginning goes like this here. Here's the second part. All right, got that. Some drums on there. Just like that. It goes like this here. Hey baby, are you feeling fine? Relax, honey, let's unwind. Baby, now's the time. Pull up a chair, sit right there, let down your hair. Pour yourself a drink, tell me what you think. Give me a wink. Get the sensation, a good vibration. Here's my dedication. I'm looking into a dream. Right there on the screen. Looking into a dream, and she looking right back at me. Looking into a dream, right there on the screen. Looking into a dream, and she looking right back at me. Look at yeah. Pour yourself a drink, tell me what you think. Give me a wink, get the sensation of good vibrations, baby, cause here's my dedication. I'm wishing you were here, just to feel you near. I might shed a tear, but honey, never fear. I'll soon be home, tired of being alone. Blow me a kiss, you just can't miss. I'm just looking into a dream, right there on the screen. Looking into a dream, and she's looking right back at me. I said, looking into a dream, right there on the screen. Looking into a dream, and she's looking right back at me. Oh, look out now. Looking into a dream, the screen, looking into a dream, and she looking right back at me. I said she's looking into a dream, right there on the screen, looking into a dream, and she's looking right back at me. I said I'm looking into a dream, right there on the screen, looking into a dream, right there on the screen, yeah. Oh, look out now. One more time. Thank y'all so very much. So looking into a dream. And I think I probably have time for one more song. And this one has kind of a universal message to it. It's a song. I originally wrote this as a Christmas song, actually, and I recorded it on my Christmas CD called This Season. It's the title track. It's called This Season, but I think in today's difficult times, our world and our country, we're going through a whole lot right now, and I think one thing we definitely need is healing right now. So that's kind of the message of this song right here. It goes like this. While that's going, I put some drums on it. Sometimes life can blow your mind. Think about it all the time. Ups and downs, lows and the highs. Like a crazy roller coaster ride. The weight of the world is there on your shoulders. Day by day, your world's getting colder. A little salvation will ease the pain. So here's one wish for brighter days. There's a time, there's a reason. Got to bring healing this season. When the road is uneven, we got to bring healing this season. Bring us hope, bring us light, 'cause we need it tonight. Show some love, show the way, each and every day. Now's the time, and I got a feeling we can bring healing this season. Healing this season. All right. Keep on searching for that silver lining. Dark clouds keep your sun from shining. Inspiration is nowhere in sight. The future don't seem so bright. The lights keep changing from green to red. Can't shake the darkness hanging over your head. Always have faith and don't shed a tear. Your guiding light will always be near. There's a time, there's a reason. got to bring healing this season. Bring us hope, bring us light, 'cause we need it tonight. Show some love, show the way, each and every day. Now's the time, and I got a feeling we can bring healing this season. There's a time, there's a reason, got to bring healing this season. When the road is uneven, got to bring healing this season. Bring us hope, bring us light, 'cause we need it tonight. Show some love, show the way, each and every day. Now's the time, and I got a feeling we can bring healing this season. Yeah, healing this season. Healing this season. Got to bring healing. Healing this season. Feels good, I don't want to stop. Healing this season. All right. Y'all take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay healthy. We can all bring healing this season. All right. Got to bring healing. Hope to see y'all again real soon. Take care. We love you.
Thank you, Hamilton Loomis, for the amazing performance. Once again, we want to say thank you to all of the artists for participating. If you'd like to get music from Hamilton Loomis or find out more information, go to hamiltonloomis.com. Follow him on all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hi, I'm Amanda. My daughter Ellie has been a consumer at the League for about 3 years now. With the help of her case coordinator, Jackie, Ellie has been able to experience sleepaway camp as well as many other activities. Jackie has also helped us navigate through the difficulties we've had at the school system in getting my daughter services. Without Jackie in the League, I don't believe that Ellie would have been able to succeed as well as she has. I also work for the League in the DeafLink division. Working for DeafLink, I feel like I've made a difference in people's lives. The DeafLink division serves around 300 consumers a year, providing interpretation for over 2,000 requests, as well as case coordination for consumers all over Indiana and into Michigan and Ohio. Thank you for hanging out with us here at the Blues Bash. With your donation, you can help impact the lives of kids like my daughter. Thanks and enjoy the show.
We're getting ready to wrap things up for the 10th annual Blues Bash for the League, and we thank you for being part of the first ever virtual Blues Fest. Our next performer, our final performer of the festival, is no stranger to the League's Blues Bash. It's his 3rd year performing. It is Toronzo Cannon.
Hey everybody, my name is Toronzo Cannon of the Chicago Way. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we're happy to be part of the 10th annual Blues Bash. This Blues Bash benefits the League and the organization that empowers people with disabilities towards an independent way of life. The League are advocates for the disabled, working at local, state, and national level to educate community leaders on facing issues of people with disabilities. And their goal is for people with disabilities to be fully included in life. Tonight, the League also is helping musicians. 30% of the donations received tonight during this festival will go to musicians performing. That's us. Thank you very much, the League. The pandemic has been rough for all of us, but it's been particularly rough on us musicians. And because we make most of our living from, or part of our living from from playing music, we really appreciate your support and your donations. Keep them coming in. Thank you very much. And we're looking forward to seeing you next year, back on the road, and we're doing our thing. Peace from Chicago. Thank you. Sit back and relax. Check out the stories. Hey! Woke up this morning feeling kind of strange. Some of you men might feel the same. Looked in the mirror the other day. My chest hair was turning gray. My old friends are far too old. Don't wanna hang with them no more. Went to the doctor, say what's wrong with me. Looked in my eyes and one thing I see, you're having a midlife crisis. A midlife crisis, yeah. You 50 acting like you 22. A midlife crisis. Walked out the office, kinda shook. Started looking for my address book to find an old flame to talk to me. And pretend it's 1983. I'm having a midlife crisis, y'all. A midlife crisis, yeah. I'm 50 acting like I'm 22. A midlife crisis, hey. having a midlife crisis, y'all. A midlife crisis, yeah. I'm 50 acting like I'm 22. A midlife crisis. Went to a bar with a younger girl. Whole different scene, not my world. Music came on, she jumped on stage. Now I'm realizing she's my daughter's age. I'm having a midlife crisis, y'all. A midlife crisis, yeah. I'm 50 thinking like I'm 22. A midlife crisis. I'm going home to my wife. Open the door, she looked at me twice. She holding hands with a younger dude. I guess my wife has got it too. We having a midlife crisis, y'all. A midlife crisis, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm 50 acting like I'm 22. A midlife crisis, yeah. Midlife crisis, ain't nothing wrong with that. Just keep living. But dig this, if you keep living, you might go through a little something like this called Bad Contract, dedicated to divorces and the whole thing like that. Check it out. Heard about it, now it's me. Should've seen it coming, would've stayed free. A big fancy wedding for her friend's jealousy. The house was mine, Lord, now she got the key. A bad contract, Lord. I signed a bad contract, Lord. Sign on the line, you only get half back. A bad contract. Take what you came with, that's what I say. But the judge didn't see it that way. They say every dog has got his day. Well, my dog had to go with half my pay. A bad contract. I signed a bad contract, Lord. Sign on the line, you only get this one guitar. A bad contract. Hey. cheating, I'm tired of striving. When a woman you love ruins your life. A mask fell off. This used to be my wife. Now she's stabbing me in the back with a lawyer's knife. A bad contract, y'all. I signed a bad contract, Lord. Sign on a line, you only get, well, you know, just a bad contract. Hey! Bad contract. But we're gonna do a little something like this. We're gonna take you all the way back down south. Yeah. Yeah. Can't you smell the red dirt? You see the red ants. You gotta watch out for the red ants down south, because they will bite you real good. They're down by the trees, you know. Down by the crossroads. Check it out. My doctor said I'm going down slow. What's ailing me, he don't know. I got a job, but I'm still a working pole. He gave me one little pill and said, go get some insurance. Get some insurance. Insurance. 'Cause I'm too young to die. I went to the office just to see, to find some insurance to cover me. Most prices I can't afford. It made an atheist call on the Lord. Insurance. Need some insurance. Insurance, yeah. 'Cause I'm too young to die. I read the fine print, sign on the line. I hope I got enough to keep from dying. After all the questions in the third degree, y'all, it felt just like a colonoscopy. Ow. Insurance. I felt that. Insurance, y'all. Insurance. 'Cause I'm too young to die. Yeah. To the bridge, Lord. I read in the paper the other day, a man lost his spouse. She's pushing up daisies, now he can't pay the bills, and now he lost his house. Insurance. 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 'Cause I'm too young to die, y'all. I got my guitar. office with the plan, insurance card in my hand. He looked at it and said to me, pre-existing conditions come with a fee. Insurance, insurance, y'all. Insurance, 'cause I'm too young to die. Yeah. Brother Adam on the keyboards, everybody. Adam on the keyboards. Insurance. Insurance. How much for a Band-Aid again, doctor? Yeah. The swelling just won't go down. I don't know what I did. Oh, insurance. 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 Insurance, Lord. Insurance. Oh, have mercy. Gotta do that again. Hey, insurance. Right on. Monday morning, check your insurance papers, y'all. Right on. We're going to do this. And after you check your insurance, if you can't get along with your woman, if you can't get along with your man, if you can't get along with your dog, if you just keep barking, if your cat just keep all on your neck and get off me, cat. Meow. That's what cats sound. I wrote a song dedicated to the cat in my life. Little feline, she's fine. Just get away from me. So I said, get together, get apart. I gave the cat to my neighbor. That's not a double entendre. That's just the name of the song. It's called Dig This. Get together, get apart. I turn cold, lips are tighter with sleepless nights, leftover dinners don't taste right. Hey, you can't finish what you start. See, you try to argue with a broken heart, tired of living life in the dark. When you can't get together, get apart. nonsense. Suitcases packed, sitting by the door. No, 'cause you can't take no more. Hey, you can't finish what you start. See, you try to argue with a broken heart, baby God. Tired of living life in the dark when you can't get together, get apart. Yeah. We've been together so many years. I cried so much, I'm out of tears. When love runs out of you, it's only one thing you can do, yeah. Yeah, right on, everybody. Thank you. Get together, get apart. Wait a minute, I hear something calling. Yes, paging Toronzo Cannon. That's me. Yeah. There's a dove flying. He dropped a letter. Uh-oh, there it is right there. Dig this. Thank you, bird. A little pigeon. Carrier pigeon. I want to thank everybody for, there we go, camera 2. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, y'all. Boy, I'm a little winded. That's what you get when you work there a little bit. I'm working. Just real sweat right here, everybody. Dig this. Thanks for joining us tonight. And we are happy for the 10th annual Blues Bash. And this Blues Bash benefits the league and organizations that empowers people with disabilities towards an independent way of life. Wow, the league are advocates for the disabled, working at a local, state, and national level to educate the community leaders and everybody that know what's going on. You know what I mean? Dig what I'm talking about. The goal is the people with disabilities to be fully included in everyday community life. Hold on. Yeah, I got some more. Yeah, another. Thank you, Dove. A little carrier pigeon. And tonight, the league is also helping musicians. 30% of the donations received for this festival will go to musicians performing tonight. That's us. Hey, dig us. Right on. The pandemic has been tough for all of us. You know, I don't have to read that off a card, but particularly hard on musicians because they make a living and we make a living by providing music for you. We really appreciate your support and look forward to getting back on the road. I don't need that part. I get back on the road to see you so we can bring some good music to you and freak out a little bit more like we're about to do now. So thank you to everybody at the league. Thank you very much. We're going to do a little something like this, then we're going to get on out of here. Thank you very much. I stand, guitar in hand. Everybody knows a Chicago man. It's in my walker, it's in my talker. If your woman want me, that's not my fault. I broke some rules, paid some dues, play my blues the Chicago way. We don't mess around. Police are called to shut us down. They hear the music coming through the door. They say don't stop, play some more. I broke some rules, pay some dues, play my blues the Chicago way. Everybody for coming out and checking us out, y'all. On the keys, Adam Pryor on the keys, y'all. On the drums, Pookie Sticks. And on the bass, Marvin Little. Only because there's air conditioning. Yeah. Hey, my name is Toronzo Cannon from Chicago. Thank you. Thank you to the league. Thank thank you for what you're doing for the community. Very cool indeed. Oh, yeah, we'll see you next year on the road. Yeah.
Thank you so much to Toronzo Cannon for that amazing performance. That wraps up the 10th annual Blues Bash for the League, the first ever virtual Blues Bash for the League. We want to thank everyone involved for throwing such a great event, the virtual festival, a mini blues fest right here on the World Wide Web. We'd say thank you to Can't Stop the Blues and also, of course, to the League for the blind and disabled for all of the work that they do. Also, thank you to Sweetwater for sponsoring the event and all of the amazing musicians who played today. We also thank all of you for your generous donations. And if you'd like to see a repeat performance, you can check that out tomorrow on Facebook and Can't Stop the Blues. Big thank you to Jim Zielinski for helping me record my introductions for all of these fine bands. I thank you for donating your time to me and the League and the virtual festival. Thank you, Jim, zcprophoto.com.